Hi guys, I hope you have been well. Thank you so much for the support that you've given this channel since we began. I know it has been a long time coming, but here is our first episode. Thank you so much for pushing me to put out content. Thank you for subscribing, thank you for sharing, thank you for commenting. Yani, it means the world to me. So today I have a good friend of mine, one of my best friends around. His name is John Monene. He will be joining us today. And the topic today is fear. So help me welcome Mr. Monene. Karibu sana Monene. We are here just to have a discussion. This being the first episode of Dust to Dust, I thought it wise to begin with a topic that affects every human being alive. It has affected me in my own way. This is something that is very huge that actually can derail your achievement as a human being. If you let fear overcome and control you, then there is so much that you won't do. You will not marry, especially in our generation, because ndoa hazidumu, sijui wasichana hawasikii, sijui waume wamefanya nini. If you fear, you will not start business, you will not even want to be employed by so and so. It can make life come to a standstill. Ukisikia tu fear imetajwa, what comes to your mind? Yeah, karibu.
Yeah, thank you, Jesse. I believe fear is, it's, as you've said, is an innate kind of natural disposition. Everybody is born with a sense of fear. It's a feeling that comes out of the uncertainties of life. I believe that when one is born, you are born into a world that is imperfect. There is so much imperfection in the world, and naturally we get to connect with that imperfection, so that even without being conscious of that imperfection, our bodies get attached to that imperfection, so that we have uncertainties surrounding us, so that even as a child, or even as when you are asleep, you sometimes you dream, you have nightmares. When you wake up, you are startled from the sleep because of the nightmare. You will feel your heartbeats are a bit, your pulse rate has gone high.
Yes.
Why? Because it is something that you are not conscious about, but it has made you to have that feeling of you are not safe. My definition of fear would be just a feeling of anxiety that one has. It is not something that you develop, it is something that you have inside of you. And even the bravest of all people in the world, the boldest of all, they have a certain aspect of fear. Simply because there is no person that will ever get to a position of breaking away from the aspect of fear, because fear can only be overcome at the point of perfection, which is not a possible thing in this world. There will always be imperfections. No matter how old you are, how learned you are, how knowledgeable you are, how strong you are, there's that limit that you won't go beyond. And because of that weakness, because of that imperfection, you will always have some aspect of fear, because you don't know, when I reach my best, what will I do next? When there is something that comes that is stronger than I can handle, what am I going to do? So there is that anxiety, but fear, of course, there is fear that comes because of real life situations, things that we can see in life, something that is you know that it's certain that it will happen. You get to be anxious about it. But there are things that we are not really sure they will happen. There are no even signs that they will happen. But we imagine that they might happen, So we are fearful of those things. We get anxious of them, not because we have certainty that they will happen, but because we think that they will happen. So fear is also a thing of the mind. It's something that can be born out of realities that are in our minds that are not actually in the physical world. So what I would say is that as we continue with this series of discussions, we will seek mostly to identify not how we can overcome fear, but actually how we can live with fear. Okay, how we can control fear so that it will not cause us to live an irregular life, irregular in terms of wastage of time, wastage of resources, and even some people lose their mind because of anxiety. When get into depression because of that, thing that is called fear. Actually, fear is something that has caused many destinies to be changed. It has caused people to miss their intended life because someone may be feared to begin something, or they feared to do something or to venture into something simply because they did not know what will happen in the future. So it's a good discussion. I believe as we proceed, we shall continue unearthing more things that we understand and giving our views to the viewer. And also as we sharpen ourselves and as we sharpen our viewer and as we hear the comments of the viewers, I believe that we shall get some headways in understanding the whole topic. So I'm
Very
grateful.
well. Very well, very well. We will keep it very short, just an introductory part of this topic. We will have 3 or 4 more episodes. This is just the first episode. But before we wind up, there is the description of the fear of God in the Bible. What does this fear of God in this context mean?
All right. So, word fear maybe as used in connection with God is a completely different context of usage of the word fear in my understanding. Because if we talk of the fear of the Lord, which actually the Bible says is the beginning of wisdom, it is not a feeling of anxiety when you approach God. It's more of a feeling of reverence before God, that exalted respect before God. Because if we take fear in the context of what we are discussing in connection with God, it would mean that we fear God, we view God as a sadist. That is, his work is just to punish. That we just go to him for punishment. But absolutely not. The fear of the Lord is that respect, that honor, that adoration that we give to him because of who he is. We don't go before him shivering or saying that now I'm going to die because I have done this. No, we just give him respect because of who he is. So it's more of reverence than just a feeling of being afraid. It's more of respecting God.
All right. I think we will bring it to a close for today. As we bring it to a close, tafadhali, if you are watching this, please share with us what are the types of fears that you know. In the next episode, we will be discussing these types of fears and how each affects our lives. And then in the third episode, then we will discuss how to live with fear, not how to overcome fear, but how to manage fear so that our lives still move on quite well. So thank you so much for watching. Please share this video. Please comment down below what are the types of fears that you know. What are the questions you have in regards to fear? What is it that you would want us to know from you? Because as we said, we are not experts. We are just two friends seated, just sharpening each other. So tafadhali pia also sharpen us. Tell us in the comment section what we left out, what we said that is wrong, you can also correct us, because that is where Dust to Dust exists. So let us meet in the next episode. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Please keep subscribing. That means the world to us. Thank you, and God bless you.
God bless you.